I'll tell you what, I like Dom Reyes coming up at UFC Vegas 25 fight night. I like him. I like him against this Jiri, I can't pronounce his name. I'm not going to try. Right? Wild dude. At least the footage that I've seen of him, he's wild. He presents he presents a challenge because he's back and forth and just very unorthodox to deal with, right? Just constant kind of movement and in and out, and it can cause problems, right? But it's wild, it's not controlled, and it's not, there's no control to it, right? It's just kind of, it is where he kind of ends up where he ends up, right? And I think that can cause him to get stuck. I think that can cause him to get popped, especially against a guy like Reyes. Now, when we talk about fighters, and I don't know all these different MMA gyms and all these trainers and stuff like that, like some of these guys on here that break down fights do. Okay, I know that Dom works with Joe Stevenson. I know that he's recently taking on his big brother, I think, as a head coach, and that's okay. But why I like him a little bit, why I'm leaning towards him in this fight, is something I like to call the rub. The rub. What do I mean by that? Well, I think he was on the right path, okay? And he started moving up the rankings, and I think he was noticed as a good fighter. And then when he got to the elite, when he had to face the absolute elite of the elite, I think he's learned his lesson that being a great fighter is not good enough. It's not good enough against Jon Jones. It's not good enough against let me forget the light heavyweight champion of the world's name. It's not good enough against John Blachowicz, right? These are world champions, okay? They are the elite of the elite fighters. His last 3 fights, Dom's last 3 fights, who has he fought? World champions. Weidman, middleweight world champion. Jon Jones, light heavyweight world champion. Probably, no, scratch that. Let's not say probably. He is the greatest MMA fighter of all time. Jon Blachowicz, the current UFC light heavyweight champion of the world. Last 3 fights, all champions. I don't care, win or lose. When you get into the ring with these men, there's something, when you fight against these men, you get a little bit of rub off. A little bit of their greatness transfers to you. Now, not in the sense that directly transfers over and he becomes great. No, what I mean is he's fighting these guys at such an elite level that there's no way that he doesn't become better from it. win or lose. There's no way that facing these guys makes him less of a fighter. The only thing it can do is make him better. He gets a rub off of them. Jon Jones. He'd be in the ring. He was in the ring with Jon Jones for 5 rounds. And many people say that he beat Jon Jones. Forget about that. He didn't beat Jon Jones. To be the man, you have to beat the man. And he left doubt. He left doubt whether or not he beat Jon. And the champ retains. And that's just the bottom line. The who has the strap, if you leave doubt, the will keep the strap. There, you have to beat the champ. Okay? So Dom needs to shut up about that. He was never the light heavyweight champion. He never defeated Jon Jones. Was it a close fight? Yes. Does that fight make him a better fighter? Yes. Being in the ring with Jon Jones for 5 rounds, no doubt made Dominick Reyes a better fighter. Being in the ring with Jon Blachowicz, taking those heavy shots from him for a round and a half, with the current best light heavyweight in the world, made Dominick Reyes a better fighter. His fight against Weidman, even though Weidman's in the twilight of his career, which has a fucking sick leg break, wasn't it? Doesn't matter. Made Dom Reyes a better fighter. He gets rub off these guys. This guy that he's fighting has never, ever encountered that lineage. He's never encountered that pedigree. Doesn't mean he's not going to go out there and knock Dom Reyes out. It doesn't mean that. But if I'm a betting man, who do I pick? This guy that is untested largely in the UFC. Yeah, he's had one fight against that Olinoski guy, whatever his name is, right? Do I pick him, a wild, unpredictable fighter, unorthodox, or do I pick a controlled, highly trained, highly skilled Dominick Reyes who just recently climbed the ranks and found out that great isn't enough to become a champion, and has gotten a rub from 3 world champions in his last 3 fights? I'll take Reyes. I take Reyes because I think this is his comeback fight. This is his march back to the title. And I think he's going to look better than he's ever looked. I think he's going to be sharper than he's ever been. I haven't seen him all over social media like he was leading up to the Jon Jones fight, leading up to the Jon Blachowicz fight. I haven't seen him, all like on YouTube doing a bunch of media. He's been training, man. He's been training. He knows now. He knows without a shadow of a doubt that being a great fighter is not enough to snatch that title. He has to become elite. And I think this next run for Dominick Reyes, you're going to see something out of him that's going to be spectacular. I really, really do. Does it get him to the title? Who knows? At the end of the day, it might just be genes. He might not ever be good enough to be world champion, right? But against this young, untested kid that's coming in, this Jiri guy, I think Reyes knocks him out. That's what I think. I think Reyes is going to be controlled. I don't think that this guy's going to be able to bait him into that type of movement where he's wild and unpredictable. I don't think so. I think Reyes will stay controlled. I think Reyes will stay composed. I think he will largely control the pace of the fight, and I think he's going to take this kid. If he doesn't knock him out early, I think he's going to take this kid into deep waters and he's going to break him down. And I think that's his game plan, and I think that's what he's going to do. So for my money, when I seen the fight come out, I didn't look. I looked on it and Tapology. Look, he's got a 3-inch reach deficit. Reyes is dealing with a 3-inch reach deficit. They're both about the same height. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. You know, I looked at it quickly. But just the lineage of his fights versus the other dude, I didn't even think about it, man. And the fact that the numbers are where they are, where this other guy's the favorite over Dominick Reyes, who's just coming off of these bouts with world champions, is mind-blowing to me. It's mind-boggling to me. And I happily stuck up 2.5 units right when I first seen the line come out. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, I'll take Dom in that fight, no problem, man. No problem. Now, I might be wrong. That's this whole thing, man. You might be wrong, right? Dude might come out there and do a cartwheel and kick off the side of the fence and kick Dom Reyes in the face and knock him. I mean, you never know, right? But if I'm a betting man, and I am, I like Dom in this fight. I like him a lot. I like him a lot. And I think he's going to come back. Like I said, I think he's going to come back stronger. I think he's going to come back more intelligent. And I think he wants to become an elite fighter. An elite fighter. I think you're going to see that. He's built the lineage. Now he just has to improve himself to that level. And I think that's what you're getting ready to see. Conditioning, you know. He found out going up against Jon Jones, going 5 rounds is hard, right? I think he's probably been working on his conditioning. I think that he's definitely working on how he controls his partner in the ring. I think you're going to see a lot different fighter. I really honestly do. Just wait. Let's see what happens this Saturday at UFC Vegas 25. But my pick, and I'm only betting on this fight, and I might bet on the Cub Swanson fight. The whole undercard, not really interested, man. Any of those guys can beat the other one on any given day of the week, right? But this fight and maybe the Cub Swanson fight, I might bet on that fight. I don't know yet. I haven't really broke it down yet. But yeah, I like Dom, man. We'll see y'all later.